What's up? Good morning. Um, it's October 30th, 2024, Devil's Night, Wednesday, blah, blah, blah. -4 degrees here in Edmonton with the whatever something or other. It's -6. Not really sure what makes it feel colder. Don't care. Don't care. Doesn't really make a fucking difference. Why do they announce it as the other things like bait and switch with the weather? So, what's going on today? Nothing. Everybody's not around. The whole YouTube is asleep right now. Some shit coming out of Levyverse, YouTube Underground, picking on fat ladies that eat too much. Bro, did anybody tell this lady to stop eating? Maybe. Oh, this guy found a half of a Game Boy. What? He could have won on his Mountain Dew, but he didn't. Poor bastard. Um, like Tessie's awake, maybe. If she's awake right now, I don't know what's going on. Oh, hey, why are you awake, buddy? You're awake way too early, man. We got no Sydney cat, no nothing right now. No RV, no IBL. The Greenland Airport. What's going on there? The, nothing. Like 7 people watching the Umanak heliport. Is there anything going on here? No. Sun looks cool though. Uh, what's that lady's thing called? I keep seeing them on here, but then the fat part of YouTube. What is it called? The church is open though. The YouTube Underground. Get her. So tonight is traditionally, or not even traditionally. I don't know when it became Devil's Night. I think it's because of like the Crow or something. I don't fucking care. You name something the Devil's and the Devil's gonna own it. Party night tonight. Actual party with the actual devil. Let's get tempted. So funny. Oh my god, is that real? Laughing emoji. God doesn't care about any of this. God does not care about any of this. This is all ridiculous human shit. She was gonna kill her cat? Not my fault. She won't die. Sometimes cats die, you guys. I don't know. Well, I think that's Foodie Beauty, and I think she's probably pretty evil. Uh, Beautiful looking morning out there. Sunrise is gorgeous right now, dude. It's like a nice dusty rose. Kind of like ugh. Candidate.
I'm just gonna go ahead and load that as a selection, and then I can turn everything else off, and then I'll make a new layer, and then I'll just go to select black, and I'm just gonna grab a giant brush and just fill it in. So we've got that, and now I'm just gonna go ahead and print that on the laser printer. So now that we did that, so that we have some options, maybe I'll do one with just the skull and the little fingers crossed thing. And then I'll do one with what will be the fill color of the luck lettering in the arm. Fill that in. And now we can print that. All right, I'm gonna get set up and we'll transfer this. All right, so I got a bunch of laser prints to use to experiment with. I think I'll start with the skull first. I remembered after I sent them to print that ideally I would have reversed them because we're going to be flipping them over and transferring them onto another sheet of paper, so they're going to be backwards. But it's not that big of a deal because we're going to bring them into Fresco anyway, and then once they're there we can just transform it. No big deal. So what we want to do is put down another sheet of paper for it to transfer to. Markers, but you're just going to marker over your artwork and you'll see it.
What is this going on here? What the hell is this? Is he making the paper see-through? What?
Get dark as the paper gets wet with whatever this stinkiness is. It's very stinky. I don't recommend doing it in an enclosed area like I am. I actually learned this technique back in my graphic design days. I worked at this small studio and we did a lot of branding and Also did a lot of stuff for the music industry, and we were always trying to like make
Always trying
our
to steal other
graphics look
people's
a little
shit.
grittier, a little punker. And one of the ways we did it was like this. We would, you know, if there was a logo or something like that and we wanted to distress it, we would do this transfer technique and then scan it back in. And then if it needed to be vector, for example, it was a logo or something like that, we would clean it up a little bit in Photoshop and then either live trace it or use like this old software called Cocoa Potrace or something like that. But the plan for today is to skip all that by just using the capture thing. It won't be as precise because it won't be a scan, but you know, iPhone photos or cameras are pretty great these days. So that looks just like I wanted it to. It's a nice texture. Cool. Figured we could do a few of these and then bring them all in and have some variety to choose from. At that design studio that I worked at, we would do this perfectly the same for each, but because I'm going for imperfection, I'll just wing it. So I'll tap on create, and then I'll go to shapes.
Like he's trying to convince himself. I don't know.
And then create. And then we just capture it in here.
Makes it look grittier, huh?
It looks like we've got this adjuster to sort of control how much texture we're getting. That looks pretty good.
No, it looks like it was drawn with a marker.
Okay. That's pretty neat. So I think we can just save it.
Live again.
And this is going to save it to a shape, so when we go into Fresco, we'll be able to pull that up as a selection, and then we could fill it with vector. So I will. Well, you'll see that when we get there.
Junior here. Good well for him. I want to see if you can 3D print a slot machine. Someone I'm sure came up with something.
All right, so I'm back over in Fresco, and to get these things that we just made, we're going to come over to the shapes in our toolbar, which is the little triangle circle thing. You'll see some categories. I think comics is probably the only one you'll see, except for capture, and capture will be the things that we just made. It made.
Okay, there we go.